Welcome back to the Social Media Challenge blog with John David Carmack, where we challenge you to join a new social media site every week for the duration of the blog. Last week, you voted on which site you wanted us to visit next, and of all of the applicants, you have chosen DeviantArt, the social media art gallery website, which you can see here. We're going to be scrolling through the trending "What's Hot" section for a moment while I talk about what DeviantArt is. As you can see, it's kind of a online social gallery for artists to be able to place their creations on a website that everyone can see. And we're just going to scroll through a few of them here. You see it ranges everywhere from photography to digital sketches to animations like GIFs, cartoons, anime. Also, they even have a video section, so they've started doing videos as well. And there's art on just about every topic that you could think of. And this main page, this main gallery here, you can do it by newest, the trending, popular over so many amount of time, and all the way to way back, which will require a premium membership for archived things. But we'll talk about that premium membership in a minute. And then they have the different categories that you can look through here. DeviantArt started as a website for something called skinning, which is, if you would think of in terms of Windows, it would be like your Windows theme. It was a place that you, programmers could go to place their skins for different applications to make them available for download, that you can add themes or what have you to whatever application that you are wanting to reorganize aesthetically. It transformed into something more of an artwork gallery, and they decided that, okay, yes, this is what the site really needs to go with. So that's what they changed it to. And that's what it's been ever since, started in 2000. Here is their message system. After you've signed up, you've made your profile and all of that good stuff, which didn't take but a couple minutes. Uh, this is where this is very similar to pretty much every social media site that you would have a message system, except this one's interesting in that they have it's not just messages that you send to other users. This is also the place that you read your critiques, your comments, your replies, your journals, news, hot topics, anything can be displayed here. It's a very robust messaging system. I was impressed with that. Your sta.sh or stash is where you can put all of your photos, which they call deviations. Anything that you create and put on DeviantArt is a deviation. The user is known as a deviant, and each deviant has their own stash in which they can upload whatever they want. And the stash is private, but you can make anything from your stash public. They have here the Stash Writer and DeviantArt Miro, which we'll look at here, is where you can make journal entries. So you can use DeviantArt more like a blog or journal if you would like. And then here's some more of those skins like I was talking about. You can choose between which skin you want to have over your journal entry. And it functions the same. You just skin it with something different to make it aesthetically more pleasing. You also have Miro here, which is kind of similar to Microsoft Paint, where you can actually create deviations, create murals, artwork, actually in your browser, and then save it directly to your stash. So save it to your stash. They also have the option to monetize your gallery, which is very different than any other social media site that we've visited so far. I don't think any other, like Facebook's not going to pay you to do anything that you put on there. You put a photo on Facebook, it becomes property of Facebook. They can use it however they want. DeviantArt, they actually give you these copyright protections so that you can sell your artwork without having it ripped off. And I thought that was very interesting. They could pay you by points, which we'll talk about in a minute, PayPal or check. The point system here is the way that is one of their virtual currency that you can use on DeviantArt for dozens of different applications. They go, you can reward points to other people for doing a good job, give them as a gift. You can buy things with them from the DeviantArt store. You can use them to buy other people's artwork, and you can buy the points outright or have them awarded to you. They also have a premium membership, which is one of the more impressive premium memberships that we've seen during the Social Media Challenge blog. There is a huge list of very, very good things that you get for upgrading to DeviantArt Premium. It's not too expensive. It's $60 for a year, which is that's more than I think I would be willing to pay for something like this, but for someone who would actually use DeviantArt, who's an actual artist, this is some awesome benefits. You get no ads. This is an ad-supported website. You can get the option to change your username, a ton of storage. You can get save off prints, 400 more deviations per page. There's a whole bunch of stuff. So first impressions, cons are few and far between with DeviantArt. The one thing is that I was really annoying as I've been browsing is if you get too many of going back and forth using the back button on your browser, then going back forward, clicking on a bunch of pictures, it crashed on me several times. I've had to bring up DeviantArt after it's closed itself out of my browser. I don't know if that's something wrong with my computer or DeviantArt in itself, but it does have a lot going on all at the same time. So switching back and forth in between pages is a slight problem. And another problem with any website like this really is copyright infringement. You can see even scrolling through here, you might see the same picture one or twice because somebody will copy and paste it into their stash and publish it as their own. But that's not really as much of a problem if you are putting your art on DeviantArt as free, open source type stuff. But for people who are monetizing their art, that can be a big problem. But they have at least addressed it in that there is a button that you can press that says this that is on every artwork that will report it as being stolen or having a copyright infringement associated with it. So at least they are addressing it. The pros are a much longer list. There is some awesome artwork on DeviantArt. I've never actually signed up to it until now, but I've even in the past shown been shown things on DeviantArt and thought, oh, hey, that's a cool site. There's a lot of really good artwork, and I have them actually saved in my profile, in my favorites, before even knowing what DeviantArt actually was. Um, the whole point system is very clever. I like that you can theoretically be so good at doing art and have such a big following on DeviantArt that everyone will be paying for your yearly subscription if you can make so many points. That's all that you could actually pay for your subscription with points. And so if you were good enough, you could make quite a bit of money doing this. I thought that was very interesting. I also really like the mural section where you don't have to even leave the website to create your art. You can create it in your browser where you're sitting. As with any open website like this, So am I going to continue using DeviantArt? Yes. I'm not sure what for, but because I am not personally an artist, but I have an appreciation for artwork that enough so that I could scroll through here and enjoy some of the things that I'm seeing here. This would be an awesome uh, app as far as being able to look at this stuff on the go. And there are a bunch of third-party apps out there, but I would really like to see an official app at some point, a DeviantArt app from them that it's full featured, all that good stuff. If they could make that happen, that would be awesome. Uh, I think that's about wraps it up for DeviantArt. I can't recommend it enough. Go sign up, start scrolling, liking. If you're an artist, submit, make a little money if you can. Until then, I am going to put another poll at the bottom of the blog. So be sure to vote on what site you want to visit next week. Until then, this is John David Carmack with the Social Media Challenge blog. Thank you for watching.